Hi everyone, Marie here, welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with another video using the main kit from my creative scrapbook, and I've decided for this layout to scrap a picture of my two boys, my husband and my son, at our recent visit to the Sky Garden in London. The colours of this particular layout and page just suited these. The photo and the paper just suited each other so well, the greens and the blues. So yeah, I was really excited to use these. So I've used both sides of that stripy paper. So I've pulled out and ripped apart the paper so that I've just got the green and the blue stripes. I'd then use a little bit of the other side, which is those beautiful flowers, like silhouette type flowers, outline flowers should I say, that I'm going to tuck underneath each side of that strip as well. I'm also now just going to use a stencil from Peartree Cutfiles, just to add a little bit of something to the background in the greens and the blues. I'm going blue at one side because I've got my blue stripes at one side, and then I'm going to go green at the other because I've got the green stripes at the other. So I'm kind of trying to match tone on tone. This strip of paper is going to go slightly more towards the left of the page than the right. And yeah, happy so far with how that's looking. Now I did use I used old paper to start with to do my stenciling, and it was way too yellow. So then I pulled out, I think that might be sage, and I've pulled out the different colour just to add, and I went literally over the top of where I'd gone. Yes, bundled sage. The blue is speckled egg, in case you're interested. And it was just way too yellow for the layout, so I decided to change it. So I've added those two little extra strips behind my stripy bit of paper. I've now added a whole load of double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to stick this down in the middle of my stencil work so you can see the green and you can see the blue, but it's just poking out. It's not too in your face, but it's just poking out. Happy with that so far. Just trimming off those extra little bits that hang over the edge of the page, and then now I'm just going to do a little bit of distressing of those edges. There we go. I think distressing edges, it just gives that extra bit of texture, makes it look lovely. So the photograph is roughly going to go into the centre and then have a whole load of embellishments placed around it. So I do go slightly sort of upwards of centre, if you like, and I'm going to use part of this cut apart sheet and cut out some of the different tags and shapes in the blues and the greens that I know will work really nicely with this page. Quickly use the edge of my scissors to distress the edges of the tags I've cut out, and then place them sort of not randomly, but place them behind the photograph in different positions to give that cluster in the centre. I'm now going to use a whole load of fussy cut butterflies from the 12x12 sheet that's got the butterflies on. I'm using the beige, the green and the blue butterflies for this. And I'm going with sort of diagonal pattern of embellishment running through the centre of the photograph. So just going to fussy cut a flower from here. Needed a white one specifically. I had already fussy cut a whole sheet of these that I had at home myself, because I'd bought just a couple of sheets from this collection actually before I received the kit. So just using one of those, but that is the sheet from the kit. I'm now going to pull some of the chipboard from the chipboard sheet. Now whenever I use the chipboard from the chipboard sheets, I do always remove the backing. I prefer it slightly thinner than chipboard comes, so just took the backing off, and I don't know, it sits better on my layouts. It's just how I prefer it. You don't have to, but you can peel off the back if you want to. And those flowers fit perfectly with that paper choice that I've used that's sticking out from behind the striped paper. More of those little butterflies going on. Another little flower there. That sits nicely just at the bottom of the photo. Another one at the side. And then a larger butterfly. I felt like all the butterflies were quite small, so therefore all the embellishments were all a very similar size. So by taking out one of the smaller butterflies and adding in a larger one, it just gave more of a focal point to that particular area on the page, and I liked that. So some little hearts going on as well. having a look at these beautiful vellum-y stickers. They're not vellum, see-through stickers, but these are so pretty, and they're see-through, but they're frosted, if you like, so they're ever so pretty. It's nice to get a really different style of sticker to use on your layout as well. So just going to use a little leafy one there. These are actually from the sticker book that aren't, it's not included in the kits, but like I said, I'd ordered a couple of things from this collection already, so just wanted to use an extra couple of bits of green. But everything else that you see on the page is from the kit. I took that one in under there. Back to the main sticker sheet now. I keep going back to it. I go back over and over and over again until I'm happy that I've got everything on the page that I want on the page. So now I'm just steadily layering up my central cluster using lots of double-sided sticky, and now using lots of the silicone glue gel to stick my embellishments down with a bit of dimension underneath them. Same for my butterflies. Blob on each butterfly wing, and then push the middle of the body down so that the middle of the body touches the paper and the wings are poking up, makes them look like they're about to take flight. Gives your layout a little bit of life. So just lots of glue gel, lots of dimension, more butterflies. They're so pretty. There we go, just checking everything's stuck down. I always pick, when I've finished sticking, I do always pick my layouts up and just kind of tip them up and just make sure that everything is actually stuck, because you wouldn't want a layout that wasn't stuck down. I needed one more butterfly that was going sideways, and then going sideways and in a particular direction, so it's facing the centre of the page, was what I needed. And it needed to be in the beige colour. I had a blue one over there, as you can see, but I needed a beige one. So now my page really does need a title. So I found a couple of lovely things on the sticker sheets. There's this lovely phrase here that says "Everyday Magic," and it really was. It was such a lovely day. That title works perfectly. I did try sticking it on the photo, but it kind of disappeared. So then I've stuck it underneath, because these again are those lovely frosted-y stickers. So I've stuck that down there, and then another little sticker on top. Can't quite read that one right now. But then I've added another little butterfly to that as well, just to tie that in. It looked a little bit like it had such a harsh edge. I wanted it to feel a little bit softer, so I've popped a little butterfly on that one as well. You can never have too many butterflies. And I'm still faffing around with this sticker sheet, adding a few extra bits and pieces. You saw me just use a puffy sticker there, I think. Now this is a stamp set that came, that you just saw there in the kit. Now I didn't use the stamp set in the end, just because I'm a scaredy cat and I liked my layout so far, and I didn't want to accidentally do something to make me not like my layout, so I decided not to do anything. I even contemplated having another little cluster at the right, chose not to, and instead I'm going to have a sprinkling of sequins instead. If I'm ever struggling to finish off a layout, my go-to is always a sequin. It just finishes a page off and adds that extra little bit of detail and sparkle, which I love. So I've just thrown a few sequins on there. Blue ones down the left-hand side, green ones down the right, sticking to the tone-on-tone colours of my embellishments. And oh, doesn't it look pretty? I really do love a sequin. So yeah, really happy with that so far. And now all I need to do is take some glossy accents and my wax-tipped pen to stick them down. So here I come with my wax-tipped pen. So using the waxy end to pick up the sequin, blobbing a little bit of glossy accents down on the page, and then popping the sequin back down. Sometimes the sequin does get stuck to the waxy end because there's too much glossy accents got on it, but it does generally work. And there we go. Obviously takes a little bit more time in real time, but it is a very quick and easy way to add the extra little bit of sparkle. And then final finishing touch is some sprinklies with my white Liquitex acrylic ink that I like to splatter all over everything just to finish everything off. And that's it for my layout. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. And thank you ever so much for watching my videos today. And I will leave a description in the description box below, the link to my creative scrapbook. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.